I already felt a little tingle, tingle, tingle on my toes. I was like, yay, it's over. The hard part is over. So I thought.
Off with your heads. You're watching the That Was Supposed To. You. Subscribe, guys. Thumbs up my channel. My mommy name is Marcella. My daddy name is Uriah. And I'm Mariah Mimi. You think I'm cute? Expect to the baby comes bells. Subscribe. Bye bells.
That was my biggest fear. That was the one thing that I just kept, like, I kept shaking, panicking, freaking out, having whole panic attacks, whole anxiety attacks about. So that was over, laid down, and they put the curtain up, and I guess they like washed me down or whatever. I had already got shaved. I forgot to tell you guys, when I was in the triage or the recovery room area when they were doing the stress test and monitoring me and stuff. So that happened, and then they I don't know what else happened behind the curtain, obviously, because they pulled that up. So after that, I remember just asking them questions like, okay, am I supposed to feel that? Because I got, like, I was numb, but I could still feel touch. Like, I felt them rolling me. I felt touch. I'm like, am I supposed to feel? I feel touch. He was like, yeah, you're gonna feel them touching you, but you're not gonna feel any pain or feel anything. I'm like, how Sway, how? Explain, sir. I don't understand. He was just trying to like let me know like how, because I don't remember feeling them touching me with Mimi. I don't know. I don't know if I just blocked that out or I don't know. So feeling them touching me kind of scared me, because I'm like, if I feel them touching me, will I feel the knife? That's all I need. Or the laser, whatever y'all use. Will I feel these utensils you're about to start carving onto me? And he was like, no, you're not gonna feel it, blah, blah, blah. He was like, do you feel this? You know if this is cold or hot? And I'm like, no, I don't know what he was touching me with. And I'm like, no, I just feel you touching me. He was like, yeah, you're gonna feel touch. And I'm like, okay. So they put the catheter in at that point so that I wouldn't feel it. I didn't feel a thing. I know she spread a little bit of something, and then she put the catheter in, but I didn't feel the catheter part, so it was really weird. It was really odd. So then after that, I think Uriah came in, our photographer came in, but I couldn't see her, and I kept asking Uriah. When y'all seen in the video, if you guys watched our actual birth video or birth vlog, I was talking to Uriah. I told him to come here because I was asking where the photographer was, and apparently she was like behind me, but I couldn't see her. Like my periph, I couldn't see anything else, but the anesthesiologist was right here, and I think there was like a nurse right behind Uriah, and that's like all I saw and stuff. And I think there was stuff on the wall, like on the ceiling, just to be funny. I felt like it was being funny, but there was stuff on the ceiling for you to look at, but I wasn't looking at that. I was just like trying to focus, trying to stay alive, you know. After that, I guess they started to operate, and they didn't even give me a heads up like, hey, do you feel this? Like my doctor with Mimi, I remember them saying, do you feel this? And I didn't feel nothing. So I don't know when exactly, what time they started to do that, but they did. Uriah was like watching, and he was taking pictures. He wasn't supposed to be recording, but he recorded a little bit of stuff, which was nice to have that. But I'm glad we did have a photographer, because the nurse that was behind him, I don't even know what she did, okay? Miss Jennifer, okay, Miss Jessica behind him, what was your job? I don't know, because all she did really, when the baby came out, she took the baby, she like wiped her off and wrapped her and handed her to us. Guess that was her job. Or maybe if something went wrong with the baby, she would be like the baby nurse in there. I don't know. But the whole time the whole process was happening, she was just sitting behind Uriah, so she could see, I guess, when he would record or try to record, and she was like, no, he can't record, like just reminding him and stuff. So I'm pretty glad that we got that photographer, even though, honey, it was $200, 200 pounds over life. But I was like, it's worth it, because I don't have any type of memories from Mimi's birth. I just have pictures of her straight out the womb. That's really it. Uriah said he has a phone that he was recording on that is broke, but we still have, so if we fix it, it'll still be on there. So maybe if we fix that phone, eventually I can show you guys Mimi's birth, because I didn't even know he had that. I wasn't focused on him or anything. And that hospital was a really nice, like, high-end hospital, and they let us record. So I don't know. When they were cutting, I think I was just talking to Uriah. He was like, hey, you know, wake up, because I closed my eyes. He's like, wake up, like, what are you doing? He was just calming me down, talking to me, because I was like, oh, I was shaking. Like, can I have another hot towel, because I was so cold? And they brought me another one, put it on top of me, and I was like, oh, okay. And then that's really all I remember about that process. Like, they were just, I guess, operating, and I was just talking to him. He was like, how do you feel? Are you good? blah blah blah. Anesthesiologist was talking to me, and then all of a sudden it was time for her to come out. And I feel like these doctors and nurses beat me up. I feel like they took their chance because they were like, she's paralyzed at the moment temporarily. She can't do nothing, and she's been talking out of mess, because y'all know I've been talking about my doctor, and I didn't like my doctor at first. So I feel like they took that opportunity to get back at me for talking ish, and they like elbowed and kneed me, like literally kneed me. You could tell them because you saw it what they were doing when they were pushing her out.
Oh, the lady got up on the table, yo. She was up on the table on her bed. Put her knee in.
She put her knees for real. I'm not being like dramatic.
In her stomach.
She was kneeing me because I don't know if the hole they made wasn't big enough for her because how big she was, but they knew she was gonna be a big baby. So I don't know what the like. I mean, they knew that already. Remember, we knew she was gonna be 9 pounds. But yeah, so he said that the lady put her knees in my like chest, so like right here, and it was pushing down, and they were all like putting elbows and like and it was all like females. So he was like, I don't know if it's because Mimi had a male deliver her or what, but like the male just like kind of pushed down and the baby popped out. But I mean, every pregnancy is different, every baby is different. You never know like what it was. Plus Mimi was 7'7" and a baby was 9'3". Big difference. Maybe she was curled up in a position and they couldn't get her out fast. I don't know what it was, but they literally put their all into it and it hurt. I remember when they started, they were like, hey, pressure. I could not breathe. I promise you I stopped breathing. I might have stopped breathing as in like flat lines or anything like that, but I stopped breathing as in I could not breathe. Like I personally couldn't. And Uriah was like, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Because I couldn't talk, because I couldn't breathe. So I'm like, and then once I got a little bit of air, I was like, I can't breathe. And then I was like, I just kept doing that, like, because that was all the oxygen I could get into my lungs because they were on top of them. Like, they literally beat me up in this hospital, and I feel like that is why they don't want you to record, because just in case some crazy looking stuff happens, they don't want you to see it. Uriah seen it all, and he was just like, wow. He kept asking anesthesiologist like, is this is normal? So this is okay? So they're like on the table on top of her, like my naked body just laying here like limp on top of me. Like they might as well have been stepping on me doing a jig with their feet, mashing grapes and making wine. Like, what are you doing, Susie? Get down from there. That's not how that works. That's not how any of this works. I was just so confused. Like, I couldn't breathe for a good I want to say like 5 minutes. I feel like it was like 5. I'll give it 3, 4. It was crazy. That was, I think, the craziest part for me. It just was, I couldn't breathe. It was very, very, very uncomfortable. Like the point where I couldn't breathe, but I was scared. Like I was like, oh my god, like what is, like they can't get the baby out? Like, oh, like it freaked me out. But baby came out. Y'all saw the baby come out on the video. I'm gonna keep talking about the vlog because y'all seen it all there. But yeah, she came out screaming with a whole loud set of lungs and just big. So overall big bouncy baby. She was swollen, probably from them beating her up too. I felt like if they was beating me up and they was pushing so hard, I'm sure they got her a couple times. I'm pretty sure they got her a couple times, and me and her might have to go back and square up after I heal. I can't be fighting with the incision because it hurts when I cough, so I know it hurt if I'm out here in these streets heavy, you feel me? Baby came out great. She was 9'3". She was 20.5 inches long. Me and Mimi were 20 inches, so she was about around the same. She got a little tiny bit of height on us. She got a little 0.5 or whatever, but we all gonna be short girls, okay? We all, that's gonna be like I'm growing anytime soon. Girl, honey, stop. You're not. But anyway, they're gonna be probably the same height as me. But she's just a big chunky monkey. She eats a lot. She's at this point, it's a week, okay? And she eats about 4 ounces, 3 to 4 ounces. We left the hospital, she was on 2 ounces already, like drinking the whole bottle that they gave us. She eats a lot. So with breastfeeding, I am still pumping, but I don't pump enough for her. Even if I try to pump an hour every 2 hours, y'all, it's time consuming as heck. But I'm trying to drink a lot of fluids, drink a lot of water. I just cannot keep up Like, she just eats so freaking much all the time. Sometimes she wants a cluster feed every hour, you guys. Like, every hour you want 3 or 2 ounces. Like, what is wrong with you, honey? She's always eating and sleeping. Of course, she sleeps a lot. But yeah, sometimes every hour she'll try to wake up and eat. And I'm like, girl, like, how? And act like she's starving. Have the nerve to act like she's starving, like I ain't fed her in 5 hours. She like, oh, where's some, like, girl, you just ate 45 minutes ago. I be trying to, like, I know I can't really distract her much because she's like, you know, her attention span, she's really not there right now. But I try to, like, hey baby, talk to her, and she gets calm and like looks at me and give her a pacifier. I try to, like, do other things to pass the time a little bit, give it maybe another hour or so. But she's very serious about her food, like her mama, and it just don't be working out her way. Also, I read up that babies can see black and white their first 4 months. I didn't know that the first 4 months that they can only see black and white. I knew that, like, they can only see a certain distance, which right now they say she can see 12 inches, which is like, for me holding her to my face with feeding time, she can see that much for right now at week 1. So yeah, she's developing really good. We went to her appointment and everything was good. So she's just doing very, very, very well. Really it about her. She's just eating, sleeping, pooping. Baby, you know, it's me 1 week postpartum. My stomach has gone down a little bit. Not as much as I wanted to go down, but I know it takes some time to slim it all the way down. It is getting darker, stretch marks or shining, girl. Like, it's just like, oh my god, looking at your body right after you have a child will get you in a whole nother situation. You'd be looking at yourself like, who is this girl? Who? When did I have that role there? Was that there? Was it there? It's just a mess. So I am embracing motherhood, trying to get these leaky jugs together, trying to slim this waist, snatch this waist a little bit. Trying not to eat too much junk food because I'm used to being pregnant and eating whatever I want, and trying to get that scale down. I haven't been weighed yet. I haven't had my postpartum appointment yet. My postpartum appointment actually is this coming week. So when they weigh me, I will let you guys know. But girl, you see all of this body. You see this body. Right now I have my little cincher on. Y'all probably seen that through the thing. I will take it off for you guys. This is my little gut. Look like I'm like, what, 3 months? I was 5 months at one point. I looked like I was 5 months. But now, and I have a pad right here, so ignore that if you see a little bulge under here. But I have a big pad right here across my incision, and I'm not in diapers. Hey, hashtag depends if you watch the Bell Family. But I was wearing them up until today. Today I took them off because I wanted to wear leggings because I've been wearing nothing but maxi dresses. I'm only on Motrin at the moment because my doctors suck and they sent me home on Tylenol 3s and they just weren't doing it with the pain, and I kept calling them all week and nobody really got back to me about nothing. My nurse said to just double up Tylenol 3s, which is what I did, which means it resulted in me being out of them fast. So now come this weekend, I don't have any more Tylenol 3s. All I have is Motrin, so that's all I'm on for the pain, which isn't super bad. It just gets a little burning sensation down there. I put a pad across it like I said, and that's really it. You just gotta keep it dry, the area of your incision, and go about your day. Like, walk it out, girl, and you know, get your stuff done. Try to rest as much as you can. I have to keep my feet elevated because I have really swollen feet, and I have to watch that because I have a lot of water weight right now. I think that's it. I think that's all. If I missed anything, catch the vlogs or I will talk to you guys about it in my next update. I don't even know when I'm gonna do these updates, these postpartum updates, but I will try to do them whenever I have information or whatever. I just want to kind of help people who are going through C-sections or going to get one soon in the future. Love you guys. If you have any questions, let me know below, and I'll talk to y'all in another video. Peace.